Lisa. This is episode 19. We're live, so if you're watching us live, comment. If not, it will be up on YouTube for later viewing. They're always up there.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
just
think they ever go away.
no, they're just under the live tab, so they're not under all the regular videos. But I think I have a playlist. I need to add some new ones too, but
Okay.
watch them all.
All right, so it's been 2 weeks. Last time we were here with Tony from Rags. That was fun. This time you can see we moved because it was Tony's idea.
Yeah.
Like, why not? But yeah, I have finished nothing.
Me either. I've done lots of work, but nothing's finished.
Same. It's like all those projects are kind of at that point. So I don't really have anything finished to show. But I'm wearing a crochet top. It's a cotton. I don't know the pattern. I tried to go back through Ravelry and I can't find it. So yeah, if it's looks like a granny square stitch ish, and it's cotton yarn and it's variegated, so it kind of is blousy. And yeah, so I cleaned out my closet and I stacked all my summer stuff. And we're having a yard sale here in the town of Kerwinsville the next 2 days, and I'm having one here at the shop, and I have some knitted items that I no longer wear. I'm like, why do I keep folding and refolding these and putting them back in my closet? So I have some knitted stuff that's going for sale.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have socks on. Just like that
Woohoo.
kitten.
Here, give me your foot.
Cute. So these are my Ariel socks that I made in Disney. Except I don't know what
ink pen. I bet you had an ink pen in your bag.
No, I bet it was. Oops, at the table. I think it was a crayon. It was a piece of crayon because when I put them on, I was walking. I'm like, these are not comfortable, and I had to weave in the ends on the toe. So I was like, maybe it's that. And then I got to work and pulled it off. I'm like, what the heck? I think I stepped on. Ethan had crayons. I wonder if I stepped on a piece and it melted.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she has like a red dot on the bottom of her foot. But no one will see it.
No.
At least you know that's the bottom. That's always the left sock.
Yeah.
From now on, it's the left sock. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Yeah. And I have no idea what the pattern is. I'm sure I could find something similar. I looked on Ravelry through my favorites and I can't find it. I need to be better with making project pages.
Or taking pictures. I make them and they don't have pictures or anything on there.
I don't even make the page, so you're way ahead of me. So what we're working on, we'll head right into whips.
All right. I feel like most of mine can be finished by next time. So we've seen this one, My Twisted Tea by Brianna. Bless you.
Thank you.
Little Wolf Knits. I got 2 sleeves.
Yep, you're on ribbing.
I'm on to ribbing.
You're losing stitches.
Oh no.
Stop. You're losing stitches. Might have to fix that one, but it's back on the needle.
Okay. So I blocked it mid-project. I'm terrible at blocking, and I did a mid-project block, and I'm so glad I did because I thought I needed like 2 inches, and I got the length I needed. So then I went on to ribbing. I only have like maybe 3 or 4 rows. I did 16 for the arms. So that's probably what I'll do. This is Brianna's colorway, Christmas at number 12. And this, I can't remember the dyer, but it's a deep unrelenting gray. So that hopefully I will be wearing next time.
So I have worked on this a little bit. It is, did I show it last time, the zigzag scarf?
I think so.
Yeah, so this is the zigzag. You're using 2 different colors. This is a new yarn I got in, so I thought it'd be a great idea to, knit something up in it. So I work on it-ish. Every now and again, I'll pull it out. It has not been my main focus, so I probably only did, maybe 12, 14 rows. But it's a little bit of counting, but not terrible. So it's not completely mindless knitting.
That's kind of like my PA shawl. It's one of those, like, you can kind of read your knitting, but you still have to pay attention.
Yeah. And I've screwed it up and had to rip back. And so what else you working on?
This is also a almost finish. This is the regimental cowl. This will probably go back for Christmas gifts afterwards. But I am down to the end. I have, I think, 6 rounds of regular green, and then I think there's a few rounds of garter at the end, and then it'll be done.
Yay.
So this I also expect to be done here by next time.
Oh, I'm sure. You could probably finish that today if you really.
Yeah.
I started something new. I got a new yarn in, and it is Heritage Silk. I know I brought. Well, I carried them out here. I don't know where I put the skeins. Hang on. Did I throw them in my bag? Anyhow, it's called Heritage Silk. It is like a fingering weight. Heritage sock yarn is probably my favorite sock yarn. And so this was a silk version. So I am making, it's a poncho using 3 colors. Hers is, it is called the Noncho Light by Casa Pinka. So you can see her. So I'm like down in here somewhere. I don't know if words show up backwards, but it's Noncho Light. There's a worsted version also. I saw this at a show. Another yarn shop had a sample done up. So I'm really, really going to try to have this done for the show next weekend.
Is that Harmony?
That's Harmony.
Okay.
And that's kind of my last one for a little bit. There's not much going on. Oh, I see the yarn. It's right over there. I knew I carried it here. But yeah, that's the last one for a little bit. We're hoping, a couple folks and I are hoping to host a yarn festival in July next year. Host one in Phillipsburg at Front and Center Productions. So we'll see. I'm gonna work on getting, invites out and see who all's interested, because there's kind of a gap where there's really not much going on. There's a gap there, and then there's obviously a gap like around Christmas and the beginning of the year, because it's not too unpredictable weather-wise.
Yeah.
And then they start back up in the spring, and then the fall is crazy. Fall's crazy. So that's what I've mainly been working on. I'm using the recommended needles, size 4. I have it in my Della Q backpack. I really like it. This is what I'm mostly working on goes in this backpack, because I have needles, I have notions in here, like kind of all my stuff. This is my main bag.
Switch it out then.
Right, and if I'm working on something little, sometimes I'll just shove it in the top, but this always goes home with me at night. It's like my purse, it always goes home with me no matter what I'm working on, because then all my stuff's in there, and I really like that bag.
So I have a new one from, this is the Protest is Patriotic. I think I hadn't started it last time.
Nope.
So it is a free pattern, but you can kind of see there's 50 stars, and then it'll go into a red and white. So
Pretty.
I had issues with the first one because it doesn't like specifically say to knit back. Like whenever you're knitting back, it doesn't tell you to carry your white yarn and re-knit those ones with the white. So I'm like, my yarn's over here. I need it to be on this side. How can I do that? So then I figured it out, I think. So not the prettiest on the back, but it'll be okay.
I made one of those, and I may have embroidered the white on.
I saw a lot of people on the Ravelry pages
I may have
about
duplicate stitched
Yeah.
later.
A lot of people were saying about that, and
But
it's kind of one of those.
but then you have, like, what do you do with those ends?
Yeah, because then you have to do something with that.
You have to do something. Yeah, you can't carry it, like willy-nilly sewing. I don't know. That's cute. I have made that.
I'm hoping to make it or finish it before the 4th of July is my hope with that. So I think
Probably.
once I get onto this is because I actually have to pay attention, but after that I think it'll be pretty easy.
Yeah. So last week, I believe our dice roll was number 5, and that was my heirloom quilt cardigan. I got all my blocks done.
Yay.
So it is going to be put away. Like I'm going to kind of honor the dice roll. These are ready to sew. I have blocked them. I have enough. I actually have a few extra because I didn't love the one color I did. But if I have to use it, I could throw it in an armpit. because I don't love the color. It didn't have enough contrast. It's right here. Don't mind me. This one, I had knitted two of these. You can see the contrast, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Not as well as like, I love the green.
Yeah.
I love that like sagey green. So, they're done. They are getting put away. I'm gonna honor the dice roll, and, when it comes back up, then I'll work on it again. But I got all my blocks done. Thank you, dice roll.
Yes. Because that's been languishing for quite a
It
while.
has been languishing, and it needed, I want it. Like, that's one, I have a few that if the roll comes back up, I may frog them. I don't want them anymore.
Yeah.
But that one I really do want.
What was this week's?
It was number 4.
4, okay. I'm just pulling out my dice.
Yeah, so my number 4 this week is these color block mitts.
So Yzolda just posted about those.
Okay.
On her Instagram.
Saying what? Is
Just,
there a mistake?
No, there's not a mistake.
Because I'm like,
So I didn't. She showed how like she came up with them, and then like showed about how they like kind of came together. So that actually goes on this side.
yeah, I stopped because I got stuck.
Yeah.
Like, I only have a little bit more to do. Like, the hard part's done on these. You can see it's like a quilted star. And I believe it's a paid for pattern. It was kind of fun.
Mhm.
I have like, I think I have to do something here. I don't remember. And I'm not even sure where the pattern is. But this is my role. So tonight when I get home, this is what I'm going to work on. And I bet if I sit down in an evening, if I can figure out what I've done wrong, I could have them done.
Yeah. And I know because she kind of showed like that, like there in this section, and then how she was adding on, like you could just see where
I think there's only one, maybe 2 more sections to do, and then I'm done.
Mm-hmm. And I was surprised because I know you kept trying to put them on with this, but that, yeah, the color goes on. So whenever you kind of hold your hands, like
it's kind of like sideways.
yes, and then they would like make.
I see.
There.
I think these are my thumbs.
Yes.
Like, I think though that little, so I just need to do, I believe a piece here, like triangles, and then a piece here to kind of like, they end up being fingerless mitts.
Mhm.
And if you didn't know, these will be fingerless mitts. And I loved making them. I like doing this mitered square stuff. Oh, I have a knit along for us.
Oh, geez.
Speaking of mitered squares, I saw a new pattern, and I'm thinking like fallish or, sorry, I'm just looking for my wish list, which is getting out of control. It was, I think they put the newer ones that I add at the bottom, which I don't know why. Maybe not. Anyhow, it is a mitered square. Oh, there it is. It's called End Times.
Oh, that's cute.
Look what we could do with our scraps. Look. So it's all mitered squares. Like that one's kind of planned,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's some that are super scrappy. Now in my scraps wouldn't have as many brights as that.
Mm-mm.
I'm more tonal. So mine would look completely different, but I think it would be fun.
It would be fun.
So let's remember this for like fall and start.
Yeah.
It's not there's not a lot of ends because you join as you go.
Oh, that's
You're
true.
not sewing those all together.
Yeah.
You kind of just knit and
Join.
keep adding them. I'm
Okay.
making it eventually. So
I have my bright socks. So
oh, those are so cute.
These stitches am through the heel. I did a fish lips kiss heel on this. This is the second time I've done that. The ones I have on actually are the first ones, so I'm kind of seeing how I like them.
Do you like it so far?
So far I do, yeah. It's actually the first time I was like, oh my god, what is this? And the pattern is the actual like act of doing it is only maybe a half of a page, but it tells you how to like measure your foot and do all this stuff. If
The
you wanna
pattern's
get-
like 16 pages
yeah,
long.
it's huge. But like the actual like nitty gritty is only
Uh-huh.
a few pages, is only like maybe a page. And you can, the nice thing I liked about it is originally I started these and I was gonna do heel flap and gusset toe up because I have not done that before. And then I had it somewhere I was just knitting and I was like, I'll do like a leftover or
Afterthought.
afterthought. And then I measured it. I'm like, oh, I'm actually at a good spot. I only need a couple more rows. So I planned it that there are like 2 rows above and 2 rows below.
That's fun to do with striping.
And then added in. So I think I'm maybe gonna do, where am I? Maybe back to pink again, and then I'll go back to purple for my a short. So it's gonna be just a little shorty.
Mhm.
And then I worked on this whenever we were at the concert. We saw George Strait last weekend.
Fun.
And I got this set up to take, and I did almost all of this while we were there. So it was nice to just kind of do something while we were waiting, and it was so cold. It was nice
I
to
know.
do something to be busy.
It has been ridiculously cold and rainy here most of May.
Yeah.
And now it's summer.
It's
Like
88.
It's 88, 90 degrees. So this is I showed it last time, but this is my second sock. So, and I did the heel flap and gusset, the, slip. I am testing a pattern. One of my customers wrote up a super simple sock pattern. And so I'm just kind of following hers. Now hers, she did like a 7-inch leg. This is my second sock and I'm just doing shorties because that's what I want right now. If I wear socks at all, it will be
Shorties.
shorty socks.
Yeah.
So
And that's your colorway from.
this was my LYS Day colorway.
Yes.
Which, did you bring your shawl
I did
blocked?
not. Where
And
is-
it's okay. I blocked her shawl. We showed it last time and it was like a whiter version of this.
Mhm.
Same colors, just the dye took differently. And it blocked out very nicely.
It did.
It
So
blocked.
it's now like long enough that you can wrap around and
Yep.
it's not before.
I kind of tugged on it without, stretching it out too much.
Yeah.
But like I said before, my floor upstairs is really, really nice to just pin to, and I can, manipulate things a little bit.
And I need to get better at blocking things just because I like will put it off. I know I did that mid-project block on that twisted tee, and then I did my base side, the tank. I did that and it's like fits so much better. It's not rolling. Just needs
Same.
to
I'm just
stop.
going to show you this. I know I've showed it a zillion times, but it's blocked now. And I was bothered by like the ribbing was rolling in. It's not going to do that now.
No.
It fits nicely. It's a little oversized, which is what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want like a tight fitting cardigan because I'll wear obviously something under it. And yeah, I didn't do buttons and I'm not doing buttons. If I do anything, they have these like sweater pins that like they kind of attach here and here. But I kind of doubt that I'll even do that. I'm just going to
Yeah.
wear it. It's just, this is the Thea Coleman Shandy. I used a Aegean tweed. Customers are using Kelborn Woolens or Patagonia by Juniper Moon. So I have and it's a woolly wool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered by,
No,
it's not super
it's
scratchy.
not super. No.
Mm-mm. But it is wool. It's 100%. I can never wash or dryer this. It will always be hand wash, lay flat to dry.
Mhm.
Which is what I recommend for really anything handmade, because why put all that time and money into it and then ruin it in the,
Yeah.
not that, things in my house have gotten ruined by accident, but not on purpose.
Maybe socks.
Socks. I've ruined some socks.
Yeah.
So, any other whips?
I have one more whip.
Go ahead.
And it's a kind of spoiler. So this is Mary Margaret Fibers. She did a 12-day summer countdown. I'm honestly not sure when we were supposed to open it, but I just had a not great weekend and I needed that. So like the second it came, I
Opened
scanned
it?
up. And I'm only opening the one I'm working on. So I'm not gonna
Oh, so you don't know what the other
I
ones.
don't know what anything else looks like.
Fun.
So this was day 1. I'm just doing what is it? It's the Nectar shawl is technically what it is, but I'm using like way different yarn weights. I think that was made for an Aran weight, but it's all these like neons And here is the ball.
Cute.
I honestly, and I found even with my Fangirl Fibers one, I enjoy hand winding a mini like
I do
this,
too.
and it's just kind of nice. You get to play with it. You
And
get to
honestly,
see
they
it.
don't wind right. Minis don't really wind right.
No, they get like kind of all
Mhm.
loosey goosey. So I'm gonna make this. There's 12. I think I should be good. I was worried that it was gonna be ginormous, which I want it to be like a big, like comfortable, like throw it on while you're on the couch or like in the fall
Mhm.
kind of wrap. So it's gonna be big, but I think I'll still be okay.
What size hook are you using?
I'm using an F, which is a 3.75. I probably should have went down one, but this was the smallest one I could find. That was.
I think it looks good. Is it a free pattern, the Nectar?
It is.
Okay.
It's by Premier Yarn.
Okay.
So I was searching like granny shawls or something, and I found it.
And there's a lot. There's another free one I've used in classes.
There was like a half granny or something.
Yes.
I saw.
Is it by Church Mouse?
Maybe.
I think.
And honestly, once I got through like that, just getting started part was the hardest part, and then it's just kind of
You don't need a pattern anymore.
So.
Yeah, if you keep your middle and your ends going, and then everything else is
Yes.
just
So
the 3 double
and it's
crochets.
enough that you can kind of like just do it. I don't really have to pay attention to it a whole lot.
Mhm.
And it's in my beautiful sister bag. Which
Good. I think that's all the whips. Well, I have one wish. As soon as I finish that poncho, the stripy poncho, this is what I'm starting. And I don't know if this is free or paid. I'm not 100% sure, but it's this sweater. I believe it's called Bispegra, Bispegra. And what it is, they use 2 strands of drop silk kid mohair held together. So it's going to be really, really gauzy and kind of open. You use size 4 and 6 needles. They held 2 strands the same. I'm going to hold these 2 strands together. Feel those. So this is 100% mohair.
I like this.
Uh-huh.
This is what is in my love note.
Uh-huh.
And this doesn't feel as bad, but mine, I don't know that I could wear it all the time.
And I don't know if I want 2, like I didn't want 2 strands
It's
of
a
this.
little rough. It's not
Yeah, and
terrible.
it's mohair and silk.
Yeah.
But I think like the mohair or something must have some guard hairs. It's not as soft as it looks.
Yeah.
Like not being mean, but
And even like with when I knit it, it wasn't bad, but I don't realize it until I wear it. If I try and wear, because I have my Love Note short sleeve, and if I don't have like a shirt on underneath it, I'm kind of itchy at first till I get used to it. But this is nicer.
Isn't that nice?
Soft, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 100% mohair. It is kind of luscious.
It is.
And it's kind of like a periwinkle purple. And then this is just like a lavender lilac color. So I think that's going to be really pretty holding those 2 together.
Yes.
So I think you'll, the mohair is going to be a little bit fuzzy also, and probably more so as you knit it.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that going to be pretty?
It's gonna like marl nicely too. I
Yeah.
bet.
So that's my wish. As soon as I finish that poncho, I am going to start this. And it really shouldn't, it's like a raglan. Looks like there's some little eyelets. There's a little detail right here at the neck. That might be the best picture to see it. Sorry, I need new ink in my printer, but right there's a little, I don't know, sweatshirt looking like detail.
Yeah.
Some eyelets or some yarn overs or something there. So little bit of detail, but mostly it's going to be just plain knitting, which I think will be really nice.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I have one hopefully that I'll get cast on. I'm hoping to get into a test knit that I just brought my sister here yesterday to pick out yarn for. It's gonna be like a little bralette, which I'm like, I really like it, but I know I would never be able to pull it off.
But her sister's darling.
Yes,
So.
and that's like what she wears all the time in the summer, like little, like almost long line bras. So.
A couple new things to the shop I just wanted to show. I meant to show these last time, They are the limited edition Delaque bags.
Oh, I didn't see they have
Uh-huh.
they have Love Your LYS on the
On the top
straps.
and on the license plate.
Oh.
So it's like a Volkswagen Bug carrying yarn. Here it says Love LYS forever. And then up here it says Love Our LYS, has a cute little handle. And actually it's all snaps at the top. There's no zipper at the top, but then there are pockets inside. There's pockets here. I believe there's like a pocket here, and then there's a zipper on the inside to put like your, stitch markers or whatever. And honestly, they're really nice size bag.
They are, and honestly, like this is the one I have, and it has right now 2 skeins in the shirt and some other stuff. But I wish it was deeper because I feel like I'm always shoving stuff one way or the other. Didn't someone say you can fit like 12 skeins?
I think Tony said she got 12 skeins of yarn in here. Not that, what project are you really going to need to carry 12 skeins with you? I mean, I guess you could, but yeah, I mean, you could fit a sweater
Easily.
project in there easily. So I would say it's probably, I don't know, 13, 14 inches tall. And I love that it has this strap. The last year's did not have this. It was just a pouch. So I have it in 3 colors. I have black, teal, and pink. And I took a black one because it has the lettering on it is teal, and my LYS bag from last year's teal. So I thought, oh, that'll kind of go together.
Yeah.
So I have those. And then there are some new needle sets I got in. These are so darn cute. Look at those.
Oh.
So these are the Likey. They came out, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. That's how they're the
here most people.
Yeah. 3.5 inch. And they're these rainbow colors. And they come with cords for 16, 20, and 24 inch. And I don't know. I got 2 sets in, I wanted to see them. And look how cute, like little pouch to throw in your bag.
Yeah.
I could knit everything on these for sure, and all the cords will interchange.
Okay. Like all the other Likey ones. What needles are on them? Or
It
what sizes?
is sizes 3 through 7.
Okay, so that hits most of your even
Sweaters, hats. Like hats are amazing on these. I like them for hats because with the smaller circumference, sometimes when you're knitting a hat, it's like you feel like it needs to bend. Like if you have a longer needle, you're kind of like fighting around, but this takes the problem out of that. And I believe they're swivel cords. I believe. I was going to check that. I'm almost positive. Well, I could probably just read. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see it written on there, but I thought they were swivels. Nope, I lied. They are not swivel cords. But it comes with the 3 cords. And any of the Likey, and I honestly think some of the Knitter's Pride sets, they would interchange with this. So you could get other cords, but I just thought they were a darling.
They are. That would be a nice addition because I know I have to keep buying 5s because they're all in my projects.
Yep. Mine are 4s. Well, I go down a needle size, so I bet we're knitting about the same gauge, but I usually go down a needle size. So upcoming, like I said, yard sale here Friday and Saturday. Knit in Public Day is technically the 14th, which is next Saturday. I will be at the Harmony Fiber Festival. So I'm doing, if you want to come knit with me on Saturday, please come. I would love to go somewhere and knit in public. It just doesn't work with my schedule because I have to be here. So, yeah, that is the plan.
We have a bunch of things coming up. We have Carbonville Days, Grampian Days, and then a couple weeks the fair. So it's gonna be.
Any of you watching locally, I'm really, really pushing people entering stuff in the fair. I know the girl that is in charge of that department, like the home, she does the baking, she does all the stitching, and I gave her some constructive criticism. because people weren't entering stuff at the fair because it was dirty
Mm.
and their things were getting dirty.
Okay.
And she has gone above and beyond getting that place clean. She has scrubbed the floors. She's painting. She's going to get the floors sealed. Like she's doing all the, and she was very gracious about accepting criticism. You
Mhm.
know, like I'm
I,
like,
I looked to see because I thought about entering my
Mhm.
yarn, but they don't have spinning. So
oh,
they didn't have any spinning.
I have
but-
I have an ear. I can talk to her
so-
about that. The other thing they're doing this year, this is the, I don't know how to say what it is. It's 250 years of America, I believe, right?
Okay, I'm not sure. I think.
It's like the bisusqua something. Anyhow,
Oh, jeez.
so anyhow, they are doing a special contest this year only for aprons. They have to be red, white, and blue.
Okay, I saw the aprons, but I didn't see that like.
And it's going to be all fairs across the state, I believe, and then it'll end at the farm show. Like if you win,
Then you
yours could go on.
Okay. Cool.
So at the farm show in January
Yes.
is when like the grand prize will be given out. So the only you can make any type of apron. It could be a bib, it can be like just the belt apron, it can be, you know, whatever. Any type of apron. It just has to be done in red, white, and blue fabrics of some sort.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sponsoring the Clearfield one. Like all the gift certificates and things will come from here. I may be judging, I'm not sure. So I said to any of my customers that make one, don't tell me. Don't, not looking, don't show me.
I think
So
that's why I was just looking at the fair brochure because it's early this year. So I'm hoping I've entered a hat or two before, but I always forget to get my like things in time.
yeah, I need to get, do they even have books anymore? Or do you just get it online?
You can get it online. I think they do have books, but I don't know if they have the ones where because you used to be able to write it in.
Fill
the
it
back.
in.
Yeah. There you may be able to print off a copy.
Yeah, but I encourage you to enter things in the fair this year. I think she's really trying to change some things up, doing a great job, and I would love to support her. So
The quilts are always have a good bit of quilts and things. I feel like there's not as much knitting.
let's get it out there. Let's
Yeah.
enter all of our knitting. So I may enter my Shandy sweater. I don't know. I don't know what else I'll enter. I have to make sure I finished it this year.
Yeah.
That's like the one. I'm not going to go through my closet and pull out stuff I made, a few years
it
ago.
has to be from last year to the last fair to this year. I think
Yeah.
is the timing with it.
So my Shandy sweater would definitely, fit in that category. And I did ask if I was allowed to enter or would I be considered like a professional,
Yeah.
which I'm not. But, I do own a yarn shop. So, I didn't, and she's like, no, you can enter. I was like, great. I'm going to really try to support you
Yeah.
and enter some stuff. Because I really think she's trying to, turn it around and, yeah. So that is all.
That's all I got.
So in 2 weeks, we may have to move the podcast. Let me just look at the date. We are going, my husband and I are going to Idaho for a wedding. Yes, I will be gone in 2 weeks. So let's talk and see if we get anything finished by next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We could either go early or late.
Yeah.
So it'll either be the 12th or the 26th, but we'll let you know. I will be gone that week. I think we leave Wednesday and then I won't be home till like Monday or Tuesday. So, yeah. So we're going to Idaho for a wedding. And then, yeah. So I'll try to post on my Facebook page. And if you remember, please like and subscribe. I thought we could get to 100 today, but we didn't quite get there. So hopefully next time we'll do a giveaway if we get to 100.
I know I will have one special thing that should be delivered today. With my Love and Stitches membership, we got our yarn cups for our sock week this year. They were
Okay.
special. Bethany from Wandering Pro made them, so I'll have that next time. But I know a lot of them started watching too, so
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
hopefully
Yeah.
we can get some more from there.
Get some more viewers. So in order for us to get subscribers, you have to hit like the subscribe button.
Mhm.
And then if you want it to like pop up in your notifications that we, are live or that we, posted a new podcast, I think it's a bell
Yeah, there's a little bell that you
and that
click.
will get you the notifications. And if you wouldn't mind, share it on your Facebook page or, tell your friends.
Yeah.
So I think that's all.
Yes, I think so.
So have a good it could be 1 week or 3 weeks.
So.
Not sure yet. We'll see what we can get finished in a week, and we might be back next week, or we might have to postpone it.
And then we'll have lots of things
Then we'll have
finished,
lots of
hopefully.
things. Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna have to pray that they don't take my needles on the airplane, because I will have other projects packed in my suitcase.
You should. I have never had issues so far.
I haven't
At least
either.
not
And
one.
what I normally do is unscrew my needles when we're going through TSA. Before TSA, I unscrew my needles, throw them in my purse, so they look like, when they go through the scanner, they look like
pens.
Now I did hear somewhere they're cracking down on scissors.
Okay.
I use nail clippers.
Mm-hmm.
I just put a pair of nail clippers. They've never, that's not a weapon. But I can see how, like, even the short little embroidery scissors, those buggers are sharp.
Yeah.
So I can see scissors. I really can.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually just put nail clippers in. That way, you need nail clippers anyhow, and I can clip my yarn.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, have a great few weeks. Enjoy summer.
And hopefully we have nice weather here still.
Hopefully it's going to rain this weekend, so yard sales indoors.
Yes.
I'm not going to mess with trying to get stuff in
Outside.
and out and cover it up, and I'm just going to set up inside. All right, see you
Well,
guys.
Happy making.
Yep, bye.